Alright, Moon versus Happy. So you open with Crypt and Altar first. No, first it's Ziggurat. Then Altar, then Crypt. Standard opening for the elf. Then you get the shop.
Your building is complete.
So when the Death Knight comes out of the altar, you can instantly buy the rod. Then you get a graveyard.
Your building is complete.
So Ziggurat, Altar, Crypt, Shop. Second Ghoul.
I stand ready. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
6 acolytes because one is gonna be harassing here, annoying, trying to go for last hits, applying a little bit of damage. Third Ghoul. You get the rod and move immediately. Of course you can't do anything on this map to prevent the Keeper from creeping this camp successfully. Okay, where do you move from here? You have 2 ghouls. Where's the third ghoul, by the way? I think he made 3. Okay, 2 are here and 1 is there. I don't know why he's taking down the tree on the south. And now you just pressure within there with the Death Knight. And the Acolyte is still there, by the way. Saves the Acolyte. Keeps annoying with that. Uses the coil on the Keeper. Keeper has treants, so he can't find the kill on this Acolyte. And the tough part of playing Undead is to dance around while building Ziggurats at the same time. So he attacks, and after the attack he gets the second Ziggurat. And so far, it's kinda easy.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
And you have 4 ghouls, all you have is 4 ghouls. And a level 1 Death Knight with 0 experience.
Research finished.
In the meanwhile, the Night Elf already has 1 Archer, 1 Huntress, and a bunch of Treants. But he's not creeping, thanks to the Death Knight. Finally kills the Acolyte though. This ghoul, what is this ghoul doing? It's moving. I don't know what this ghoul. Maybe this ghoul is. This ghoul is scouting for potential trees, potential protectors. Because he knows that Moon can, or elves in general, can do that type of tactic where you build protectors in front of your opponent, and if you don't scout it, or elves in general can do that type of tactic where you build protectors in front of your opponent, and if you don't scout it, you're in trouble.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Moon is expanding, he got tier 2 here. Happy, just got a little bit of experience. Okay, now you're tier 2, finally. I think you get instantly tier 3, right?
Our forces are under attack.
But how do you counter Warden? That's the question.
Upgrade.
Yeah, instant tier 3 and slaughterhouse, while the Lich is building. Not a single fiend. Not a single fiend. 4 ghouls. So it's 4 ghouls. Straight to tier 3. And now, okay, now basically you make your first fiend after you get tier 3. And the elf is still not tier 2. Now it gets to tier 2. And double lore. So how do you deal with the dryads that are about to come when you don't have a single fiend? I mean, you have one, but
Our forces are under attack.
that's not too many. And you're level 1, you have no aura. Because of this greedy build that prioritizes tier 3. But I saw a video already, Happy versus Lin, where Happy made this build work. So the build does actually work. In this game I want to see it closely. Okay, now he finally creeps. So when he's moving towards tier 3, he thinks he has delayed the elf enough, but Moon is level 3 already. And he's about to build a lot of stuff. And all that Happy does is a level 1 Death Knight, a Lich with clubs, and 1 Crypt Fiend, and 1 statue in production.
Our forces are under attack.
He made another ghoul also, so now he has 5 ghouls. So he probably wants to use those ghouls to attack the expo. He has a lot of wood. Panda. The problem is that the Night Elf can just uncontestedly creep both of the merchants here. And there's nothing you can do because you don't have an army. So this strategy seems easy, but to do it practically, you need to know exactly the build order, and then you need to constantly move with your heroes to annoy the elf. I don't think there's anything that Happy can do to deny this camp. Oh, maybe the coil still? If he gets it. No, it's not. Moon is not gonna allow that. But look at those skeletons! That was well done. He got so much value out of those skeletons. It prevented Moon from creeping this camp. This is the tough part of this strategy. How do you fight here with 2 statues and 2 heroes? You need micro to do this. This is the tough part of this strategy. You have all you have is 2 heroes and 3 statues. And you're keeping Moon busy with just that. But Moon is gonna finally creep this camp. There's no way. See, but Happy keeps dancing around. That's the tough part. So all of the other stuff, it's relatively easy to do, but this part here of poking the Night Elf, dancing around while macroing at the same time, that's the hardest part. So now he pulls all of his ghouls except 1. Double Slaughterhouse is gonna have Abomination. And he finds a Creepjack. And Moon has to TP in. So the damage comes from the ghouls and the orb. Plus 1 fiend, but that's not too much damage. But Moon with the 15 supply advantage, fully mining from his expansion. On paper he should still win this game. He crept more, because he crept more camps. He's almost level 3 on the Panda with perfect items, Wand of Mana Stealing, Invulnerability Potion, Mana Stone. The Keeper has a staff, but again, Moon always makes this mistake of not getting items to survive with the Keeper. I think he's too greedy for that. He keeps the glows, the mantle, the circlet, but he doesn't have a heal pot. He doesn't have a town portal. Why do you play without a town portal? I don't get it. Of course you have great micro, but the opponent also has great micro. So I feel like playing against 1-2-0 or Happy and not carrying a town portal is just not smart, because they can always nuke your hero out of nowhere. And all of a sudden Moon is losing a lot, but Happy is also losing a lot, dropping down to 38, Moon at 54. Good Dryad micro, finds another Abomination kill, and Moon with the... see? That's what I'm talking about! There's a staff on the Panda though, double staff. Keeper is saved. And Moon with the 20 supply advantage, 24 supply advantage. Happy doesn't have an expansion, level 3-3. And Moon in a very good position in this game. The only problem is this massive disease cloud that is wrecking all of his units. And what the disease cloud does, it will bring your unit down to 1 HP, but it will not kill the unit. So you can see that Moon denied it with the Keeper, I think, and with the Dryads. So he needs a massive healing scroll, he gets it, and he needs more supply. He's just pumping out those Dryads. How many upgrades? 1-0. And this strategy looks very strong, but I think ideally you want to have Dryads 2-2 to compete against the Undead. Oh, this Lich is gonna get level 4. Amazing mana pool, 510 mana for this Lich. And Deathness is level 4 as well. First Meat Wagon. 2 Abomination, 1 Meat Wagon, 1 Destroyer. But still 20 supply lead, almost for Moon, 66 versus 47. Happy is expanding. Happy is behind and is expanding. Moon goes to punish immediately. Scouts that with the Wisp. And Moon is at 71 now. Cracking more upgrades, 1-1. Gets the Sentry Ward, good item. You can place it here to see future attempts, because he's gonna cancel this expansion for sure. But Happy is gonna use this time to get the red camp. He doesn't lose anything basically from this expansion. It doesn't matter. If you can trade it with the red camp, it's worth it. Happy is expanding, but is not dependent on the expansion for the time being. He still has a lot of gold to work with, and is just switching to mass wagons. 2 Abominations for the front line, and the damage comes from the orb and the wagons and the disease cloud and the 2 destroyers. And what I'm noticing is he's not playing a third hero. So alright. Insane number of Dryads for Moon, but he needs more upgrades and he needs healing scrolls. I think that's the thing is missing here. He's got only 1 double mana stone on the Panda, by the way. He's focusing those wagons, but it's extremely hard to reach them. It takes down 2 of them. The Dryads are still mostly alive. 75 versus 50. Happy is losing a lot in this fight. And actually Moon manages to somehow get rid of all of these wagons. And again, look at Happy's micro, saving most of them, but He loses them in the end. But Moon loses the pen again. Moon playing amazing. Killing a lot of stuff. A lot of happy stuff, but again losing the hero. Just like in the tournament. He's almost won that game on Twisted Meadows. But then he lost the hero. Sto registrando.
Parla piano.
20 supply advantage. Supply advantage, but if you lose your hero, come on, use the potion, uses the town port. Why doesn't he buy periapts? I don't get it. Double periapt. These undeads, the only thing they can do at the end of those fights where they don't have the supply lead is hero nuke. That's their win condition. If you don't lose your hero, you win. You cannot micro against the Unholy Aura because the undead is faster. So your only chance is to buy mass periapts of vitality, mass healing potions, and try to play around the nuke with that. And the leech is plus 25, by the way. I didn't mention that with Glows of Haste. It just kills all the dryads. And this is ridiculous, like 2 heroes getting rid of the dryads and you don't have any damage against the heroes. Look at this leech. This leech doesn't take any damage from the dryads. Absolutely any damage. And Moon is losing everything, and yeah, I can just move forward now because I know how it ends up. Expansion gets killed. Now it's easy, now it's just right click everything. But the tough part is in the middle, when you have nothing and you have to dance around with the Death Knight. And also the fight where Mass Dryads, where you have to micro the Wagons. That's the most micro intensive. Still, I don't know why these Night Elves don't buy mass items. I don't understand. I will never understand. I mean, you are rich, you have an expansion, you can afford that. The periapt sucks because of its price. It's a good item, but it costs us too much. I don't know how, if it has been nerfed or if it still costs a lot. The problem is too expensive, okay? So if you want to buy 2 of them, you have to invest a lot of gold. That's the problem, I know. But it's worth it if you can keep the hero alive. Because once you lose your hero, you lose every momentum you have in the fight. You lose all the momentum you have, and then you lose the game. I mean, you play amazing, because Moon played amazing all game. Is that worth it to throw the game just because you lose one of your heroes? After you've done all of the hard work? Is it possible that your gold management is so strict that you cannot really afford to buy that item? Maybe that's the reason. There has to be a reason. It seems like every game is the same. Hero nuke. The game goes well for Moon, then the hero gets nuked and he loses the game. He had the 20, at some point in this game he had a 30 supply advantage. A 30 supply advantage. 30 supply advantage, okay? Now Moon versus Happy, but this time on Twisted Meadows. This time we are on Twisted. Same build order for the undead. It gets the ziggurat first, then the altar, then the crypt, and then the tomb of relics. Moon is building an ancient war next to the expansion. The acolyte is scouting the position of the night elf.
Your building is complete.
Then you get one ghoul. So if I remember what he did in the previous game, it's one ghoul. Oh, this time is triple ghoul. It's 3 ghoul, then you tech. And then you make the 4 ghoul. I think that's what he did in the previous map.
Create more moons.
Let's see if
Our
it's the
warriors
same.
have engaged the enemy.
And Moon builds 2 moon wells, 1 archer equips with the Urchin of War. Happy will be too late to snipe the Ogre Magi, so the item will go to Moon. That's good for Moon. So yeah, the undead techs with 3 grunts, with 3 ghouls I mean. Moon gets the worst item, Crystal Ball. So Twisted Meadows has been changed now. I mean, the Ogre Magi now drops the Crystal Ball, which is something you didn't get before here. Pretty sure about that. But nice surround by Moon with the Treants. That's the play that can change the entire game. Happy surrounded. Even uses the coil to try to walk up, but it won't. He probably lets the hero die here. Uses the coil to try and get more experience. So Moon with the hero kill
Our warriors have engaged.
can peacefully finish the expo, but skeletons are still here, trying to arrest. One wisp will get rid of all of them, but Happy is splitting them.
I stand ready. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
So after the attack you make the 4 ghoul and then you build a second creep, so he uses a different tactic in this game. He's gonna play gargoyles, pretty much like he did in the final. But this game looks different. Moon has mass archers. Moon is got an expansion. This game looks good for Moon. And he's almost level 3. You can sell this item to get gold when he gets a shop. Now he's moving with the archers to do I don't know what. To scout maybe. He's trying to look for the undead.
I stand ready.
What is he doing with these archers? Buys a staff. Staff into the archer. Okay, so he was moving the archers to staff with the keeper. And he's full mana. So he can now apply pressure.
Your building is complete.
I stand ready.
He's almost tier 2. Happy is already taking tier 3 again. Every time... Oh, he cancelled the second crypt, so he's back at his old strategy. He saw the archers. I think he saw the mass archers and he cancelled the second crypt. Because gargoyles would be ineffective. So it looks like Happy is a little bit overwhelmed, doesn't know what to do here. And Moon again with another surround! Archer surround! And there's no escape for you. I don't know what Happy is waiting for.
Your building is upgrade finished.
I mean, you won't get out of there, so just use the town portal.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Moon gets level 3. Glows of haste. Bad item on the keeper.
Engaged the enemy.
Happy will not be level 3 here because there's a leech. If he shares the experience, that one will not be level 3. And Moon can get a second hero now.
I'm here.
He's gonna get a Dark Ranger, okay.
Research finished.
That's interesting, something I never saw. So it's probably Hippo Riders, Dark Rangers, Dark Ranger and
Your building is complete.
skeletons or something. Could also be Dryads, because I see Hunter Soul, yeah, it's double lore. I feel like in this game you can also play Hippo Riders, because the undead has only ghouls. Okay, but it's just making
Our
fiends now.
warriors have engaged the enemy.
But Moonin is in such a strong position in this game, killing the Death Knight and then forcing the town portal, that he could play anything here. Double wind, double lores, I feel like everything would work. And again, Happy's creeping this camp, and again, just like in the tournament, Moon knows.
Your building is complete. Your building is complete. Your
Keeper needs more mana, he's gonna catch a clarity here, double clarity. Doesn't use the Moon Juice. Dark Ranger gets level 3.
Our warriors
What does Happy have?
the enemy.
Okay, Happy has 2 Fiends, Frenzy Ghouls, and a level 2 Lich and a Dark Ranger. So he also wants to snowball with skeletons here. Doesn't get the Naga, gets a Dark Ranger. He sees that there are a lot of archers, so that's his goal, I think. Get a Dark Ranger third.
Ah, the great
Ghouls do a lot of damage to the Expo. But it's 49 versus 44. Okay, Moon doesn't have a big army.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Always hero focus. Okay, didn't get the arrow, just get the silence. To silence the keeper. And those silences are very annoying. So far they've been trading equally. 45 for Moon, 42 for Happy.
Research finished.
Losing one more Dryad. Didn't kill a single Fiend.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
And Happy is out microing Moon. But finally Moon manages to kill two Dryads, two Fiends.
Our warriors have engaged.
And the Expo stays up. And Moon still has more supply.
Retreat may not.
So I think Happy won the fight actually. But it's not enough because he didn't kill the expansion. So he needed to win the fight even more. And Moon is placing a Wisp here to control Happy's movement, making sure that he's not expanding. Oh, almost intercepted this Fiend.
Let the killing begin.
Mass Dryads, upgrades, 1-0. Now building the second attack upgrade for the Dryads.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy. Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Level 3 for the Moon's Dark Ranger, 68 population. Happy's pushing again though. The Moon is not town portaling. I don't know, okay, it's town portaling now. He should win this fight on paper. But Happy almost micros back the Destroyer but loses it, so the Keeper, there's nothing against the Entangle, and Happy decides to town portal out. Happy is against the ropes in this game. Almost losing the second Abomination. Moon with the 20 supply lead.
Research finished. Our warriors have engaged the enemy. Research finished.
And now he's even gonna get the red camp. Absolute control of this game for Moon. Happy doesn't have an expansion. He's level 3 on the Lich
Our
though.
warriors have engaged.
Where's the Death Knight?
Your building is complete.
Almost level 4 on the DK, so hero levels are good. Dark Ranger almost level 3, is expanding now. So even though he lost this push, okay, after you lose this push and you have to town portal out, you shouldn't be able to win the game anymore, okay? Now he's 25 food behind. And Moon has scrapped two very relevant camps, the red camp and the laboratory here. Happy is pushing again with mass skeletons.
The great outdoors.
But Moon has a lot of stuff. And these Dryads are 2-0. Loses the first one almost for free though. loses another one. So good start of the fight for Happy. Third Dryad about to fall, but the first Fiend also about to fall. Death Knight is almost surrounded. There's just too much stuff. And in this game those Dryads actually do damage because they have 2-0 upgrades. Look at this Lich evaporating! Dark Ranger for Happy surrounded. Dark Ranger falls. Destroyer is microed back up on the trees and survives, but Fiend falls, Abomination about to fall, and Happy leaves the game. GG, Moon wins. So same map but different outcome from the tournament game.